and whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a loving place. Fire all of the guns and pumps and explode in space. Let's hook the lightning. Does everybody like my brand new special edition National Championship Crimson Tide Alabama Special Edition Harley Davidson Ultra Glide? Everybody love it? Woo, I just got it. Went down there to Big Swamp, got my new Harley. They even gave me a lamp to match my motorcycle. How cool is that? Just like my motorcycle. That is incredible. Whew. Anybody ever been told no in your life? Somebody told you no. They told you couldn't be friends with somebody, you can't go somewhere, you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't know about you, but it makes me want to do that even more, you know? We got to be careful in church if we tell our kids, no, 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 you can't do this. Sometimes it makes them want to do it more, isn't it? Sometimes as churches we're known more about what we're against than what we're for. What we hate more than what we like. And my family growing up was anti-motorcycle people. I know that's hard to believe now, but growing up we had boats. They let me have 3-wheelers, 4-wheelers, go-karts, but they were anti-motorcycle. And it was for a good reason. I had 2 uncles. They were hardcore biker dudes. I mean, they didn't just have a bike. They was a biker. I mean, they lived it Monday through Friday. There's a term, they're the 1%ers. I mean, that's who, they wasn't a guy with a bike. I mean, it was who they were. Monday through Friday, and just good people. Just I had an uncle that had a bad wreck on the interstate and almost died, and so naturally my parents were anti-motorcycle growing up. And so I was like, well, I'm happy with the go-kart, happy with the 3-wheeler, but one day I'm going to get me a motorcycle. And so about 15 years ago, my parents started becoming good friends with David and Emily Hall. Some of you may know them. They were state directors of the Alabama Christian Motorcycle Association. And so they started talking and encouraging them. And they was like, you know, I used to have a motorcycle. Probably about the time of that video, you know, 1970s, 1960s. And he said, I kind of want a motorcycle. So Dad got him a Gold Wing. I'll never forget it. Sharp bike. And then, unexpectedly, my mom got a motorcycle. So here, my dad had a motorcycle. Mom had a motorcycle. But guess who was still not allowed to have a motorcycle? Me. Now, I don't know about just motorcycles, but when you tell your kids you can't do something that mom and daddy can, sometimes you send wrong messages. If mom and daddy can smoke, mom and daddy can drink, but you can't, you kind of send them mixed messages. You may tell them, well, you're not legal or whatever, but it'd be better off just saying, this is not what we believe in, and so I'm going to live this way, and you're going to live this way as well. So mom and daddy couldn't no longer be a hypocrite, so they couldn't no longer say, you can't have a motorcycle because they're unsafe. And so I went kind of without their permission and went out on a limb and made the stupidest financial decision I've ever made. I was working maintenance at an apartment complex, and there was a Honda, about 1985 special sitting right there. Been sitting there, had not been moved in about a year. And I thought, man, that guy will be ready to get rid of it. So I went and said, hey, I'll offer you $500 for your motorcycle. Well, he was delighted. You know, he was about to move anyway, and he had not cranked it in forever. He's like, well, it's sight unseen. You just take it as it is. Oh, I got faith. They'll crank right up, you know. How many know that ain't never the way it happens? So I tried to put about $1,000 in my $500 motorcycle that was probably worth about $300. I had my first motorcycle. And man, I was happy. I can remember me, Mom, and Dad probably took the only trip we've ever taken. We went all the way to the big city of Montgomery. went and ate. We wasn't brave enough to like come back in the dark, so we had to get like a hotel room. I mean, we were like hardcore bikers, you know. It was like 60 degrees, so we didn't want to freeze to death, and so we had to get like a room. But it was cool. It was cool, and so we became part of the biker tradition, and it's been a part of my life. And to tell you the truth, I absolutely love it. It is my main thing. To relieve stress, and everybody has got to have a stress relief. You are responsible for your happiness and managing your stress. I like golf, I like a lot of things, but motorcycles have always been, for the last, I guess, 15 years, it's been something I really, really enjoy. Motorcycles have not always been good to me. I was saved when I got my motorcycle. I was in the ministry, but there would be 6 months a year where I would be not in a position on staff somewhere, and so I lived like the typical American Christian. They say 80% of the Americans profess to know Jesus Christ, to be born again, and want to live like Jesus lived. They are professing Christians. And I believe I was just like that 80%. I did whatever I wanted to. I showed up at church when I wanted to. I gave what I felt like it. But Friday and Saturday nights were mine. And I've been to every biker bar in Alabama, Georgia, Florida. And I lived a life because it was easy because I was away from the people who would hold me accountable. So it's almost like when I came back to Auburn, Alabama, I still had to respect him. Mark's a good old boy. He tries to live right. But I could go to Panama City, I could go to Daytona and live a completely different life. Yeah. You ever met somebody like that? Yeah. You've ever been like that? And, you know, I'm the only one. I'm the only one that's ever lived like that. Praise God. My name is Mark Jenkins, and I'm the only hypocrite ever been in the history of the United States. I feel good about myself. And it wasn't until, I don't know, I was talking real loud. I had a helmet on, I couldn't hear. And it wasn't until I met Nicole, God used Nicole to change me. I mean, if it wasn't for Nicole, I would not be in the ministry. There would be no Restoration Church. I'd probably be an alcoholic or I'd be dead. Because I'm like you. I do what I want to until something else comes along that I want more. And so I've played games. I've straddled the fence. I've been a lukewarm Christian. Whatever you call it, I've lived it time and time again, even when I knew better. Even after Bible college, even after ordination, I've still played games. But it took a strong woman with a strong foot and said, this is the way it's going to be. You're going to be the man of God. You're going to step up to your calling. You're going to be the man of the house. You're not going to play games. You're going to be accountable. You're going to spend the money on your family, not on your toy, not on your hobby. Amen. So I still got a motorcycle, but I don't ride it much. But it's still there when I need it, you know. So a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, it was real pretty, you know, about 73 degrees just out of nowhere. I thought, well, Mom and Dad were gone to the beach, and they got the scooters. We got 2 little scooters, and we've got a, you know, I've got a Harley that we kind of share now. We went from like 3 Harleys to 1. Had it since like 1997. So man, it's getting on up there in age. Just been proud of it. Well, I go to Mom and Dad's house and I'll ride all the scooters. I'll put gas in all of them. I'll even go to the store and get some of that stabilizer and put it in there because Mom